Hey you, welcome to Melanated Perfection. I am going to be starting a new series. For those of you that don't know, I am a bride to be times two. My husband and I are renewing our vows. And so, in thinking about that, I started wondering how other brides were dealing with their process and different things that they're going through, right? So, we're going to start a new series called Melanated's Take. I'm going to be reading from different brides and giving you my opinion and my thoughts on the spot. So if you are a bride or someone in a relationship and you would like for me to give my advice or my take, you can either inbox that information to me or send it to me via email. Look in my bio for that. So let's go ahead and get started. It says, "Hi everyone, I'm here because a few days ago my fiance called off our wedding 5 weeks away from the date after a 2-year engagement. This was because of severe lack of communication on his part. He let issues, concerns build up over time until everything completely boiled over at the last minute. He started therapy a few months ago and has become a lot more aware of things that he's been holding on to, many without realizing, not just with me, but with childhood trauma and then, in parentheses, abusive parents. We also started couples therapy about a month ago, and I think the impact of so many things hitting him in a short period of time and the realization of how much work needed to be done led him to feel unprepared to make such a big step. He just started opening up about things from when we first started dating or things we had worked through and agreed we'd resolved. I'd much rather he call it off now than us to get married with unaddressed issues or without being in a place where we're better set up to deal with the things in the future. But while I can understand the reasoning here, I feel sad and betrayed." I can understand the sad feeling. I carried most of the planning and he watched me do so much while staying silent about his concerns, not doing the work to be able to express them. I picture him watching me be over the moon and emotional after my dress fittings, hearing how I talk to my friends and family about our upcoming day and telling him exactly how excited I was to be married while he matched my energy. And I've been ruminating about when he started to feel that he did not want to go through with it. It feels like all my effort was for nothing. And if we marry in the future, it is work that needs to be done all over again, and I'm tired now. My family is also heartbroken. My parents carried almost the entire financial burden of this wedding due to him being semi-estranged from his parents and them not liking me or being supportive of the relationship. And my siblings are super close with him, helped him plan the proposal, etc. They're all now uncomfortable about how to face him while having these feelings. This is making me feel more anxious about everything because I don't want to feel awkward every time we're all together if we're staying together. So while I've been extremely understanding, empathetic over a few days of nonstop tears, I don't know how I'm going to be able to feel secure in this relationship enough to stay together and get married in the future without repair. It's not that I want him to apologize for his feelings or even his decision, but to acknowledge and apologize for the impact it has had and for him to work to make things right and show the commitment to our future. Anyone who's been in a similar situation where your partner called off the wedding but wanted to stay together and continue to work on the relationship, how did you do this successfully? How did your partner do their part to rebuild the feelings of broken trust or betrayal, or the betrayal the decision caused you, so you could heal individually and as a couple? The weight of my feelings and my family's are so much right now. We are in couples therapy, so I'm hoping to share my wants and needs regarding reconnecting and repairing in our next season. Okay, so this is loaded. This is loaded. Um, I would say a couple of things here. To OP, I can definitely understand the disappointment because you said 5 weeks away from your wedding date. All the planning that's gone into it, all the money that's gone into it, all of the excitement that's happened. I can definitely understand how devastating this can be. Um, However, I also want to give you, and I can understand the feeling of, okay, how do I know this won't happen again? I totally understand that. And your feelings are valid. However, I do want to give you a different perspective. Um, I think with the past that your fiance has had, with the abusive parents, the childhood trauma, him being estranged from his family, mainly his parents, the fact that he realized that, okay, wait, I have some things that need to be resolved before we step into this next chapter, I do think is something that needs to be commended and should be taken into consideration. Because what you would not want, or what would be worse, would be for him to be as broken as he is and enter into this marriage and this new chapter with you, and he's broken. And then you end up with a broken marriage. So I think it's admirable that he respected you enough. And this is just my thought in reading it. Again, I've been married. I've been married almost 14 years. So I'm looking at it from a little bit of a different vantage point. I love the fact that, yes, it was 5 weeks up to your wedding day. However, you would rather take care of it on this side than wait till after you have the ring to try to fight all these fires. So I say take it one step at a time. As long as he's showing you that he's willing to do the work, and he's actively doing the work, I say, and there are no other things, concerns or whatever, then, I say think about that. That may be something to think about. If you don't see that there's anything to salvage and you're just not willing to wait while he does the work, you're entitled to be able to do that as well, because you have not locked yourself to him. So I really would say, my thoughts on that, just, see how his progress goes, see if he does the work. You all do couples therapy together, and then maybe it would even be good for you to do therapy on your own too while he's doing therapy, because that way you can work through the resentment and the anger and all of those feelings that you're having, so that once you do come back together and you're ready to move forward, you're not holding that against him. Okay, so that's Melanated's take. I hope this is helpful to you. I do wish you all the best. Marriage is a beautiful thing. It does require work, so it's better to do the individual work on the front end than have to pick up pieces on the back end.